Have you ever wondered what happens the moment a person breathes their last? What becomes of the soul when it leaves the body, unseen by the living, entering a realm known only to Allah? Today we explore Barzakh, the hidden life of the soul in the 40 days following death, a mysterious, sacred period where the journey of the hereafter quietly begins. Before we begin, like, share, and comment on which Islamic stories or mysteries of the soul and afterlife you would like us to explore next. Your suggestions inspire the next video. Every soul will taste death, and only on the day of resurrection will you be paid your full recompense. Surah Al-Imran of 385. This powerful verse reminds us that death is not the end. It is the beginning of a journey, one that is hidden from human eyes, but vividly real for the soul. When the final breath leaves the body, the soul begins a profound transition. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "When a believer is about to depart from this world, the angels of mercy come to him, and the angels of punishment are kept away." Sahih Muslim, Book 40, Hadith 6866. Imagine a soul hovering just above the body, aware yet untethered, feeling neither hunger nor thirst, neither joy nor pain in the way the living do. The body may lie still silent, but the soul awakens to a new reality, a realm called Barzakh, the barrier between this world and the eternal hereafter. In these first moments, the soul experiences what the Quran describes as a waiting period, a veil, a transition. It is not yet judged fully for eternity, but the journey has begun. For the righteous, this moment is filled with light and ease. For those who ignored or denied the truth, it is a time of tension, questioning, and reflection. The first 40 days after death hold special significance. During this period, the soul begins to experience the consequences of its deeds, a reflection of the life it lived. Family and friends in the living world often mourn deeply, shedding tears that mix grief with hope. Yet, the soul's experience is beyond their perception. The prayers, supplications, and acts of charity made on behalf of the deceased can ease the journey through Barzakh, filling it with light and comfort. Consider the Prophet's guidance. When a person dies, all their deeds stop except for 3: continuous charity, beneficial knowledge, or a righteous child who prays for them. Sahih Muslim, Book 13, Hadith 4005. This is why acts of kindness on behalf of the deceased are so powerful. They shine as lanterns for the soul in the hidden realm. Every prayer whispered, every Sadaqa given, every Quran recited becomes a source of light for the departed. The soul in Barzakh is aware of its previous life. It reflects on deeds done and deeds neglected, moments of truthfulness and lies, generosity and selfishness, prayers offered and prayers delayed. The living may not see this, but the soul experiences a vivid, emotional, and spiritual reality. In Part 1, we begin with the departure of the soul, the initial transition from the worldly life to Barzakh, and the awakening to a new reality. The first 40 days are a bridge, a sacred period where the unseen world begins to unfold, and every deed, prayer, and act of goodness becomes a source of guidance, mercy, and illumination for the soul. But little did the living know that the journey of the soul had only just begun, and the mysteries of Barzakh would reveal truths unseen by any eye in this world. As the soul settles into the realm of Barzakh, a sacred but unseen space, the first moments of divine testing begin. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The grave is the first stage of the hereafter." Sahih Muslim, Book 40, Hadith 6867 in Barzakh. The soul encounters the angels Munkar and Nakir, appointed by Allah to question every deceased person. They ask 3 essential questions. Who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? These questions are simple in words, but profound in consequence. They measure the soul's faith, the clarity of its beliefs, and the sincerity of its devotion. Those who answered in life with sincerity and knowledge experience comfort, peace, and a radiant light surrounding them. Those who neglected, doubted, or rejected these truths feel fear, pressure, and constriction, a reminder of the weight of deeds in the unseen world. Imagine the soul aware of every hidden action, every whispered lie, and every forgotten prayer. In Barzakh, nothing is concealed. Deeds that seemed minor in life, a smile, a charitable gift, a sincere supplication, now shine as beacons of light. Actions ignored, sins concealed, or opportunities wasted appear as shadows, pressing on the soul with awareness and regret. The first 40 days after death are particularly significant because they are a period where the living can impact the soul's comfort. Prayers, recitation of the Quran, charity, and supplications offered on behalf of the deceased bring light and peace. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "When a man dies, his deeds come to an end except for 3 ongoing charity: beneficial knowledge, or a righteous child who prays for him." Sahih Muslim, Book 13, Hadith 4005. These deeds act as a bridge, connecting the living to the departed and easing the trials of Barzakh. A simple act of charity, even after death, can illuminate a soul that might otherwise feel darkness and constriction. During questioning, the righteous feel a sense of serenity. They are comforted by angels who inform them of Allah's mercy, while their hearts are uplifted by the remembrance of prayers and deeds performed on their behalf. In contrast, those who neglected faith in life feel the pressure of regret, realizing the value of deeds only after the final breath. Barzakh is not punishment alone, nor is it solely comfort. It is a place of reflection, awareness, and divine justice. It is a realm where the soul begins to comprehend the consequences of its worldly actions. In these first 40 days, the veil between the soul and ultimate truth becomes clearer. For the living, this period is a time of hope, reflection, and action. Visiting graves, making dua for the deceased, giving charity, and reciting Quran can ease the journey of the soul. Every act of goodness performed by the living reaches the soul, like a ripple of light passing through the veil of Barzakh, bringing comfort and peace. Imagine a family sitting quietly, remembering their loved one, offering prayers, and giving charity. Unknown to them, their efforts illuminate the soul's path, providing reassurance and easing tension during the unseen questioning. The connection between the living and the departed is profound, a reminder that faith transcends life itself. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Pray for your dead, for indeed they benefit from your supplications." Sunan Abu Dawood, Book 10, Hadith 3063. As the soul passes through this critical stage, it becomes clear that Barzakh is both a reward and a reflection. Light surrounds the righteous, shadows linger for the neglectful, and the unseen consequences of life become evident. The 40 days after death are a window, a time of divine mercy and justice, a period where prayers, charity, and remembrance can significantly impact the journey of the soul. Little did the living know that every whispered prayer, every act of charity, and every recitation of the Quran could illuminate the soul in ways beyond imagination. The first 40 days after death are a period of transition, a bridge between this world and the eternal hereafter. In Barzakh, the soul experiences the unseen reality that no living human can perceive, yet it is vivid and real for those who have departed. For the righteous, Barzakh is a realm of light, peace, and comfort. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The grave is either one of the gardens of paradise or one of the pits of hell." Sahih Muslim, Book 40, Hadith 6867. Those who lived in faith feel serenity as a radiant light surrounds them. They are granted ease and joy, a reflection of their deeds in life. Their souls rest in gardens of tranquility, filled with the mercy and blessings of Allah. The righteous remember their life, their prayers, their acts of charity, and feel gratitude for every opportunity to worship. But Barzakh is not only a place of comfort. It is also a place of reflection and awareness. The soul sees the reality of its deeds as they truly were, without deception or concealment. Even small acts of goodness, unnoticed in life, shine brightly. Conversely, neglected duties, lies, and sins that were hidden from the eyes of others are now fully visible, leaving the soul aware of what could have been. For the sinful or heedless, Barzakh is a realm of constriction, darkness, and tension. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "When a person dies, his grave squeezes him according to his sins." Sunan Abu Dawud, Book 10, Hadith 3180. The soul experiences a subtle yet powerful pressure, a reflection of the neglect or disbelief it carried in life. This is not eternal punishment yet, but a warning and a reflection, an opportunity for the living to act on their behalf through prayers, charity, and supplications. The first 40 days are especially important because of this connection between the living and the departed. Acts of kindness performed by the living, giving charity, reciting Quran, and making dua, provide light and relief for the soul. Every prayer creates a ripple of mercy, easing the unseen trials and filling the soul with comfort. Imagine a young mother quietly giving charity in memory of her departed father, or a child reciting the Quran in honor of their lost sibling. Unknown to them, these acts shine like lanterns in the darkness of Barzakh, easing constriction, illuminating corners, and reminding the soul of Allah's mercy. Barzakh also teaches a profound lesson, for the living life is fleeting and deeds matter. The soul, free from the distractions of the body, fully comprehends the weight of every action. Moments of worship, honesty, kindness, and patience become radiant sources of light. Moments of neglect, anger, or selfishness become shadows that the soul must endure. The Prophet Muhammad, thus peace be upon him, reminded us, "Remember often the destroyer of pleasure's death, for it teaches the living to prepare for what comes after." Sahih Muslim, Book 55, Hadith 75. Barzakh, therefore, is not only a hidden life for the departed, but also a lesson for those still living. Every prayer, every act of charity, and every supplication for the deceased has a real impact, bridging the worlds of the living and the unseen. For the soul experiencing peace, this realm is a preparation for the ultimate reward in the hereafter. For the soul facing tension or constriction, it is a moment of awareness, a warning of the consequences of neglect. And for the living, it is a call to action, to remember death, to act with faith, and to pray for mercy, both for themselves and for those who have passed before them. Little did the living know that their smallest acts of goodness could shine like the brightest light in the hidden world of Barzakh, offering comfort and mercy to souls they can no longer see. In the next part, we will explore the lessons from Barzakh for the living, how the first 40 days are a period of mercy and reflection, and what every believer can do to prepare for their own journey into the unseen. The first 40 days after death are a sacred and mysterious period. In Barzakh, the soul experiences unseen realities, peace, light, tension, or constriction, depending on its deeds in life. But this hidden life is not only for the departed. It carries profound lessons for those still living. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Remember often the destroyer of pleasures or death, for it teaches the living to prepare for what comes after." Sahih Muslim, Book 55. Hadith 75. Barzakh teaches us that life is fleeting and every action matters. Each prayer offered, every act of charity, and even a smile to someone in need becomes a lasting source of light. not only for ourselves, but potentially for the souls of those who have passed. The first 40 days are especially crucial. It is a time when the living can directly impact the departed through dua, supplication, prayers for mercy, forgiveness, and ease for the deceased. Sadaqa charity, acts of giving that continue to benefit the soul after death. Recitation of the Quran. Verses dedicated to the departed can illuminate Barzakh. Righteous deeds teaching knowledge, supporting the needy, or performing other good actions on behalf of the deceased. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "When a person dies, all their deeds stop except for 3 ongoing charity, beneficial knowledge, or a righteous child who prays for them." Sahih Muslim, Book 13, Hadith 4005. This is why we are reminded to act with awareness in life. Every opportunity to do good, to forgive, to pray, and to share knowledge is a preparation, not only for ourselves, but also for those who have departed before us. Barzakh is also a reminder that death can come at any moment. None of us knows when our journey to the unseen will begin. Like the soul that enters Barzakh, we too will one day face separation from the body, questioning by the angels, and the reflection of our deeds. Preparing now through faith, prayer, and charity ensures that our souls will experience ease and light in that hidden realm. For the living, Barzakh is a bridge of mercy, a chance to connect with the departed through acts of devotion. For the departed, it is a period of reflection and adjustment, where the consequences of earthly actions begin to unfold. For everyone, it is a reminder that the unseen is real, and faith shapes what comes next. Imagine the ripple effect a simple prayer whispered by a child, a donation given in the name of a loved one, or a Quran recitation dedicated to the departed. These acts bring relief, peace, and light to the soul in Barzakh, showing us the profound connection between this world and the next. Centuries may pass, but the hidden journey of the soul remains constant. Barzakh is a reminder that deeds, faith, and mercy transcend life itself, and that preparation for the unseen begins now, not tomorrow. So, let this story of Barzakh guide your heart. Live with faith, act with kindness, pray for the living and the departed, and never forget the reality of the unseen. Remember, the first 40 days after death are a sacred time, both for souls on their journey and for those still blessed with life, offering mercy, light, and hope across the realms of existence. Before you go, like, share, and comment on which hidden Islamic mysteries or afterlife stories you want to explore next. Your engagement ensures that the light of knowledge and guidance continues to shine.